Good anytime, my fuzzies, to a quick review of a game I just finished. All opinions in this video are mine and mine alone, so just please enjoy and don't take them too seriously. Thank you. So Gears, overall fine game. Let's start with setting. Got please. Thank you. Alright. So if you're just watching this review and no other, I tend to do a 1 to 5 rating system overall. 1 0 being severely lacking and needs to be completely repolished and redone. 3 being kind of, it's passable, it works for what's going on. And 5 being, it's very perfect, unique, and whatnot, and I would not change a thing in that. So when it comes to setting, 1. Oh, you're giving me a 1? That's mean. Solid 1. Oh, that's really mean. Setting, they were somewhat interesting, but overall, what did we have? We had a dark prison. We had a somewhat light but still grayish town. Dark factory, dark tunnels. The tunnels were interesting enough, though. And then, train in a, barren canyon. So overall, for it, it works. And I know that there's not much more they can do to the setting. Otherwise, they would, they can't make it too bright and shiny, because that's how it is. So I'd give the setting in all, 3.5. Because I really enjoy the tunnel aspect of it, and it was really interesting parts of it. But overall, it's just dark. Dark, cramped areas. Nothing really repeated, luckily. So it all looked new, and I could kind of figure out where we are from whatnot. But overall, it's kind of just, typical run-of-the-mill, my sound's awful? Or the game sounds awful. Typical run-of-the-mill settings. So, yeah, 3.5. Nothing really spectacular there besides the tunnels, which were kind of interesting, and I wish they would do more, and hopefully they'll do more in the future. Characters. Right, when the game repeats. Yeah, laziness. Characters. They kind of had characters. I think out of all of them, that most of them were just, brooding soldier types. Besides Coltrane, who was very, loud, exciting, and yeah, baby, let's do this. Just, he was good. But a lot of you know what I mean. Other than that, they were kind of just, monotoned and whatnot. Marcus Phoenix has some mystery around him, because I still have no idea. They say it was a traitor, but that doesn't come up. So hopefully in the next games it will.
I'm pretty sure it didn't come up at all.
I don't know. Like I said, I think there's the 2 beginning videos before you press start, where it gives you information on the eruption day or whatever, and whatnot. Besides that, there's a little mystery to him, at least. And Cole was above norm. He betrayed them in the worst way. If they just do that, we're what happened? What did Mark do? He just betrayed them in the worst way possible. What did he do? I can't even talk about it. And that's all it is. They never mention it, and they just keep going off that. And even at the end, when they're about to mention it, it just cuts to black. End of series. Eating the last cookie in the cookie jar. Maybe. But yeah, just again, they're mercenaries. Personalities, kind of. A lot of what they talked about was just progressing the story forward and whatnot. Besides Cole, who seemed to be very happy, excitable, and whatnot, he really stands out. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 for Cole, basically. Because like I said, everything they did was towards it. They were just buff men. So hopefully the character comes out later. Story, it was there. It is interesting having the threat to Tops I don't want to be that mean. It's passable. Cole made it better, though. Story sounded awful. Yeah, the story was kind of just there. The most interesting thing about the story were the locusts and how they came up from Earth, from underneath Earth, underneath the planet, which I don't think they're on Earth. It's something else. I looked it up, and they're like Sierra or something like that. So like that was interesting, but they don't talk about it. But besides watching, like I said, there's the thing before the start menu, but I didn't really watch that underneath the world they're on. But like the caverns, yeah, they make the caverns and tunnels and whatnot that we saw the things going in at the end. If you watched the last episode of it, and the fourth episode, we go through the tunnels. So like that's interesting, but they don't talk about the locusts. Like, why are they attacking Earth? Were they here first? Did the humans or whatever do something straight up from, or like straight up? I watched the solid 3 minutes. Oh, you gotta watch the whole series. It's interesting enough, and it'll be on YouTube at some point. But overall, like, I'm interested in the locusts because they seem interesting. Going back into characters, the locusts looked interesting, but they also look very much like the other men when you see their backs. So they hopefully will do something to round them out. But like I said, story, like, yeah, we're on story. The stuff with Marcus Phoenix, I want to know more about, and that's good storytelling when it drives you to want something more. Because it's not just run of the mill. The enemy's over there. Go knock them out. The enemy's over there. Go knock them out. Well, it is, but it's also like they're in the tunnels, so we need to find a way to get a machine down there to expose the tunnels and figure out what they're doing. Why did Marcus's dad have the information on his computer and not share with anyone? What are the locusts? Were they here first and whatnot? So I'm going to give overall story a 4, just because there is intrigue for me personally of what the locusts are, and even 4, yeah. And even for the locusts, I want to know more about them. And even Marcus had some stuff in his background. Well, yeah, because it's very much run of the mill. But like I said, those few things make me want to learn more. So 3.54, because it's not terrible. But anyways, let's see. We've gone over characters. We've gone over setting. We've gone over story. Anything else really good to talk about? Oh, the other thing is the weapons were interesting but kind of lacking. You kind of had your shotgun, sniper rifle, pistol, overall. Yeah. So, like, for a game about shooting things, they had quite a few weapons, most interesting being the machine gun with a chainsaw on it, which I think is a big staple of the series. And if you remember anything from it, it's that. But overall, like, 3.5 for the weapons, because there wasn't even that many. I think there was the main gun, your pistol. There was another pistol-looking thing that I never used. Shotgun, sniper rifle, Doom thing, that was good, actually. So yeah, 3.5 for that as well, because that sent a laser down at certain times. But, like, yeah. 3.5 for the weapons, because there was just not many of them, and a lot of them were just normal run-of-the-mill stuff, besides the chainsaw gun and the Doom fist thing. But yeah, the game overall is, yeah, it's a fine game. I'm glad I played through it, and I can't wait to go through the rest of the series. But overall, it's very much run-of-the-mill. So probably 3.5 overall, just because the settings were the only real interesting setting to me was the tunnels, and even then it's just dark and cramped, and you just follow one-way paths. The characters were kind of meh, besides a few that really stood out and some mystery from them. And the story was interesting, but overall, like, most of it is just they didn't give us information that we should have already had as well. So 3.5 overall for the game out of 5. But still, it's just a little above plain, so that's good enough for it. I hope that in the future the games get more story to them and more entertaining, because there's up to Gears of War 5 at the moment, and then there's also a game called Gears of War Tactics. So yeah, hopefully they like flesh out characters more and more, but we'll see. And you will as we play the game later sometime. Yeah, we're gonna take a break from Gears of War. That's gonna be the main series me and my girlfriend Melina are gonna be going through. But we're gonna have other games in between, so it's not just all run and gun darkness. Even if it is gonna be run and gun darkness, right?
Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, anyways, that's my review. Overall, 3.5. Not offensive. It was fun enough and had some interesting ideas, but I think they could have taken it a bit farther. And I can't wait to see. I do want more, so 3.5. But anyways, thank you, my Fuzzy Ace, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Or stream. Or whatever. Depends how you watch it. Bye!